Good morning. We are in X-Plane 11.55 R2. We are in Cranfield in the UK. So we are trying to get everything kind of set up here. That's better. Everything's okay. Yeah, looking pretty good. Yep, I can hit everything like I should. Let me get my chat window here. There we go. It looks like we got some new updates. Okay. Cool. We're good here. Yep. So we'll. Where do I want to start? Something's a little weird. So let me get some plugins loaded first. So let me get my X checklist loaded. Let's see.
OBS sim sound.
Okay. Oh, working kind of like I wanted it to. Two more. Macros. Sounds. I'll put him down there, and we'll get Abbott tab. We'll put him right about there. Let me check a couple of things. Yeah, that looks like my voice is working. Let's check sound. What is going on? Okay. All right, that looks okay. Put you back here out of the way. Yeah, for some reason my that. So we check that.
Check. Mod mic in position.
So my mod mic in the right place. Yep.
Check. OBS mod mic sound.
1, 2, 3.
Check. OBS streaming.
Oh, we streaming. Yeah, we are. Cool.
Check. Over toolkit windows.
That's OBR toolkit windows. And yes, we have them working.
Check. Fly with Lewis sounds script.
That's open.
Check. ABI tab plugin.
That's Abatab. Alrighty. We'll see if this part works. So I have Abatab open.
Check. 2 breaks.
Okay.
Test and set.
So that worked exactly the way I wanted it to.
4 fuel shut-off valve. On, in. 6 beacon.
So I added those pre-flight check things. So I'm kind of like making sure before I start streaming that everything is working the way it should. So we'll kind of go from there. One thing I want to do is click on airports, EGTC. Hello, come on. So Cranfield is at 355. So need to get that dialed in right. And between 3 and north. Almost in the middle. Alright, so that's working. So I can get back to my checklist. And so we're going to turn the beacon on.
7 avionics switch.
They're off.
Off. 8 master switch.
Turn that on. Have to have both of them on.
On. 9 throttle.
Throttle.
Open 1/4 inch. 10 mixture.
Cut off.
Idle cut off. A auxiliary pump.
Turn the pump on.
On. B mixture.
Now we're going to look at
until 3 to 5 GPH, then cut off.
Look at the fuel flow.
C auxiliary pump.
And we turn the pump off.
Off. 12 starter.
Now we get ready to start the plane.
Engage. 1 ignition switch. Start. 2
So
mixture. At engine start. Bridge.
as soon as the plane starts, you can hear it kick. So you have the mixture all the way back. It's basically at idle at cutoff. So we and get RPM. So I need to get the
RPM 1000 RPM. 4 oil pressure. Check. 5 mixture. Leaned max. 6 flaps. Retract. 7 avionics.
Oh, want the avionics on?
On. 8 instruments.
So check our instruments again. So we're between 3 and north. 3 and north. The altitude 355. 355. Check.
Set. 1 brakes.
Okay. So we're pretty much done with the checklist. I just used the I'm running a reality. I forgot to put fuel in the plane. I'm using the reality expansion pack, so it says you'll do everything correctly or you'll pay a price. And 2 things I didn't do. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. I'm going to shut everything back off, and I got to check the maintenance log because I did not do that. So to do it correctly, I shut the avionics off. I'm going to pull the go back to idle cutoff. The plane off. Now, I'm pretty sure I have a broken plane, but we'll find out. So I'll do both of these at the same time. So show maintenance report. Okay, so what are you saying to me? That all looks good. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Good, good. And I did some hard landings. So because I did hard landings, they're damaged. I did not think I landed that hard. Reality expansion pack seems a bit fragile, but it is what it is. So I'll go ahead and fix it. I'll fix this. I'll fix this. Kind of interesting, the front tire wasn't hurt. Alrighty. So we're back to the first page. Okay. So we'll close that. And while I'm at it, I'll put some fuel in it. Plugins, reality expansion pack, weight and balance. Go weight and balance. So we want to put, I put 15 on both. 1.5. 1.5. So we say apply. And we're good. Okay, I probably don't need the checklist. So fuel pump up, in, that'll be more than enough. Off, roll her over. Okay. Fuel looks way better. So now we have to wait a little bit. I didn't run the plane long enough to get the engine warmed up, so we'll just have to wait a little bit here to get the plane started. So I have a little bit of time. Let's I'm gonna go to the desktop. I'm gonna click on my I'm running a Vive Pro 2, and the Vive Pro 2 demands you run this program. Oh, here's the settings, and just a minute. Editing. Come on, get back. And let me get back in the plane. When I'm in the desktop, I can't see my chat. Yeah, I'll bet it does. That's the fun part of being in VR. You look pretty strange to the outside world, but it looks pretty neat inside, so. Glad you could stop by, August. We'll I'm gonna jump back into the desktop, and when I'm in the desktop. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. I hope not. Do you think I should take my mask off and check? Yes, it is. So we're in X-Plane 11, 0.55 R2, and this is the default Cessna 172. The difference is I'm running a program, an add-on called the Reality Expansion Pack, and it is so Reality Expansion Pack. It means that this plane is as close as a developer can get it to a real airplane. I have personally spent 108 hours in a real 172. So that's the plane I trained in, and it's the plane I enjoy the most because I'm most comfortable. So I call myself a former student pilot because I never made it to get my ticket. I was close, but work got in the way, and too much stress from work. But it is what it is, and now I try to enjoy what I would have enjoyed in real life in VR. Yeah. Having that much time in a real airplane is such a benefit, so that you can much better judge is the plane acting correctly or wrong or not. So it's it helps tremendously with that. So cool. I'm gonna jump out of the cockpit and go to the desktop, and I'll be there for just a little bit. The disadvantage is my chat window doesn't come along with me there, but I'll be back in just a little bit. So we're going to go to desktop, and if I click on here and click on settings, And display settings. So you can see that this is set to ultra, 4896. Sounds good. Oh, you can hang around. I'm not going to be gone that long. But and actually, I didn't realize, but I can see the chat on the desktop, so I'm all good. Oh yeah, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you so much. So I have it set for ultra, which is 4896 by 2448. So we'll go see what I actually got. So if I go over here on Steam settings, so what Steam got from that is 3228 by 3228. And now what does X-Plane get? So we go to, that's at 100% video per application. So with a setting of 96%, I'm 2900 by 2900. So that's basically what X-Plane is being given, is 2900 by 2900. Thank you so much. I enjoy it. I'm a retired electrician, and I like nice toys, and they treat me nice. So basically, the headset is 2448 by 2448. So what's being given to X-Plane is a little bit above that, maybe 1.2, 3, something like that. So we're gonna jump back in the plane, return the game. Oh no. I am 70 years old. I spent 49 years at Welch's in Northeast Pennsylvania. I was a plant electrician, PLC technician, and it provided pretty well. The fact that I had enough disposable income to spend 108 hours in a real 172, yeah, it did pretty good. So alrighty, let's see where we are. Well, we got looks like the engine temperature is warmed up, and I guess we can see if we can get permission to go see if we can do some pattern work here. So we'll see if this is working. Say weather.
Weather at Echo Golf Tango Charlie is broken. Visibility is unrestricted. Winds are 212 at 14 knots. Cloud coverage is 3,200. Few clouds. 3,700 broken. Current altimeter is 2935. Temperature 18 .13.
I am at Cranfield Airport, EGTC in the UK. And what I'm going to do now, this is kind of like a bit of a test stream. So I'm checking audio, visuals, all that good stuff. And so basically, I'm just going to do some pattern work here. So I'm basically just going to do touch and goes at this airport itself. I'm not going to fly anywheres. And for a following stream, I have a flight plan of flying from here to a couple of different airports, doing touch and goes at the middle airport and at the last airport, and then doing a full stop landing at the end. So that's kind of what the plan is for today. So the weather seemed okay, and so we'll see if I can get permission to taxi. That's not 6 Bravo Golf, ready to taxi. No, I live in Erie, Pennsylvania. What I'm trying to do is I fly I stream VR in X-Plane and Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I have a graphics package, Orbix True Earth for Great Britain, and so what I'm trying to do is do some testing at this airport and to see the difference in performance of X-Plane versus Microsoft Flight Simulator with Vive Pro 2, and that's kind of what my goal is. So he seemingly didn't like me. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for taxi. What's the problem? Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Say weather.
Weather at Echo Golf Tango Charlie is broken. Visibility is unrestricted. Winds are 212 at 14 knots. Cloud coverage is 3,200. Few clouds. 3,700 broken. Current altimeter is 2935. Temperature 18°.13.
Tower Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready to taxi.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf taxi to runway 21 via taxiways Alpha. Hold short runway 21.
Okay, I got permission to taxi. So if I put I put my brakes all the way, I put my toe brakes on, it releases my parking brake. So it should allow me to move now. So gonna give it full right rudder, trying to get this plane to turn. Cessnas don't turn real well from a stop. You have to like get some momentum up, and then they will. Then they don't turn too bad. But when they're at a dead stop, they don't turn at all. Nope, fuel pump is off. At least the way I fly this plane is you turn the fuel pump on to basically and put the mixture on rich till you get some fuel flow, and once you have fuel flow, then basically you pull the mixture back to the cutoff, and you turn the pump off, and then you start the plane. You roll the plane over, and once the plane catches, you can hear it. Then basically you shove in the you shove the mixture in to allow the plane to continue to run. So, and due to the fact of it being the reality expansion pack, you kind of like have to do it right. If you don't, you'll flood the engine or it won't start. I mean, it's it's not forgiving at all. So where do you live? Oh, so you are in the UK. Actually, that's funny. We actually spent time there. We spent time in London. We took a train to I think it was called Holyhead, if I remember right. That's where the ferries go, and we took a ferry over to Ireland. Spent some time in Ireland, and come back to Scotland. Oh, you're a little too fast here, Bill. And when we were in Scotland, we went to see the tattoo at Edinburgh, and was a heck of an experience. So enjoyed it very, very, very much. So where we stayed at in London, we stayed right downtown. So our hotel was close, very close actually, to the Tower Bridge. So that was pretty cool. So we did that. Let me think. 2 years ago, or 2 or 3 years ago, if I remember correctly. And then COVID hit and we couldn't travel anymore. So we're certainly itching to be able to travel again. As we probably have been to, me and my girlfriend, probably 30 countries we've been to. So that's been a lot of fun, so.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf advise when ready for departure.
Yeah, you kinda. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for departure. Remain in pattern.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf winds are 211 at 14 knots, altimeter 29 or 35, cleared for takeoff. Runway 21 squawk 1200.
I didn't get that call in. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request departure, remain in pattern. Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is Cranfield Tower on 134.9 or 2, go ahead.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request departure and remain in pattern. Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request departure for touch and goes.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Well, I think I'm taking off. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf. Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, ready for departure. Remain in pattern.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Looks like my bot was a little excessive. I'm not sure what happened. I've got I don't have any mods. I just have a bot, and evidently it didn't like that long message. I've never seen that happen before. I'm sorry. Okay, well, I'm gonna go take off, and we'll see if I can get permission. I got permission to land, so or to park, so we'll see how it goes. Normally, right there, I can get permission to do to remain in the pattern, but he wasn't happy with me. What do you mean? Oh, on takeoff? Yeah. That's what rudder pedals are for. Alrighty. Everything looking okay? Make sure, yep, everything looking good. Says 2-1. Says 2-1. I am good. Up we go. Yeah, so during that takeoff roll, I was putting in right rudder pretty much constantly. Just kind of put in enough to keep it straight and go right straight down the runway. Oh no, real airplanes have rudders. And I have a really nice set of rudder pedals, so I'm using MFG crosswind. So to do it without real rudder pedals would be very difficult. would be very, very difficult. So we'll see if I can, so I'm coming up on pattern altitude. Pattern altitude is 1,000 feet above the ground here. So trying to get turned here to basically be at 90 degrees of the runway. There we go. So if I look back, yep, I'm 90 degrees for that runway. And I'm trying to maintain an altitude of, thank you, of 90 degrees. So I'm going to come in here and make another turn. And I have my heading bug, this little orange guy here. I have him set at runway heading. So every time I make a turn, I'm going to be either here, here, or here, or here when I come in. So I'm a little steep, got to straighten it up. Okay. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, inbound to land.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
She is not listening to me at all. This is a bit of a pain in the butt, because actually it normally works quite well. So, let me see what I'm going to do here. So I'm just going to go for it. She'll yell at me, but that's okay. So I put 1 notch of flaps in. I've pulled the power back to about 1800. Yes, but she's not listening well. So we're going to go ahead and turn on base. 1 more notch of flaps. She's trying to give me a bad day. Okay, so I'm on base. So my heading bug is over here, and I am certainly too high. So I need to get descend in here. She's gonna yell at me because I land. That's okay. So so basically, when I get ready to make my turn for final here, thank you for the follow. When I turn for final here, I should be about, at the distance I am from the runway, I should be 500 feet. And I'm pretty close to that. So, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf turning final.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
This is hilarious. This is hilarious. So I got 2 notches of flaps in. I'm about 500 feet. Got 4 white pappies there. Says you are too high. So we will we'll try to resolve that. So I'm high enough. Let me look. Yeah. I'm high enough. Lots notch of flaps. So basically, I'm trying to feather the power out a little bit. The plane is trimmed, so I don't have any hands on the yoke. Coming down a little bit steep, but not bad. Not bad. Yeah, she'll be upset with me. No doubt about it. Okay. Arrest it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. There we go. You yell at me? Not yet. I just ignored her. I know what I'm supposed to do. Actually, I should have had my nav lights on and landing lights on. Okay, 500 feet above the runway, that means I can make a turn. So like I said, I'm gonna put my heading bug, I'm gonna put it right over here. And I'm trying to do a turn that stays in that mark, the white mark there. It's my goal. It's called a standard rate turn. Turn too much. Go back on the power to 2000 RPM. Go ahead and make a turn. Turn for the downwind. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, inbound to land. Tower, Cessna 6 Bravo Golf.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is Tower, go ahead.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, inbound to land, runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
This is hilarious. Yeah, she really is. It's hilarious. Okay. See the runway threshold? 1 notch of flaps. I'm in the white arc. And I'm going to pull the power back maybe 1900. Get the plane to start descending here. So basically I'm looking to have that runway at about a 45-degree angle. And once it's about a 45-degree angle, then I will go ahead and I'll turn on base. So we're good. Turn on base, doing about 70 knots, so everything is actually looking pretty good. 1 more notch of flaps. So I use a physical set of rudder pedals and a physical yoke. Everything else I do in the cockpit, I do with these guys, with these controllers. So, and I am definitely high. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final, runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Oh, hilarious. Wow, you are way high though. So let's pull the power all the way back. Gonna drop in here. Trying not to let her frustrate me, but she is. So, last notch of flaps in. And we'll see if I got to do a go around or not. I don't think so. We'll see. See if I run out of runway. Good test. Alrighty. Slow her down. Guess I made it. Oh, no problem. No problem at all. I just did a butter landing, so I did a landing. I was way too high. So there it is. Pulled the throttle all the way back and try to do a slip. Yeah. Try to do a slip on the way down to get rid of some altitude. I didn't do too bad. Something I don't do very often, so it was a good time to practice. So. Trying to figure out why she doesn't know that I'm actually off the ground. Alrighty, pull the power back. Try to get the plane squared up here. Yeah, like I said, the scenery here is Orbix True Earth for Great Britain, and it's really nice. I'm quite happy with it. So. So my goal was is to try to find something that was as dense scenery-wise as what Microsoft Flight Simulator gives you by default. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. And I haven't streamed for. Yesterday was the first time I streamed in about a month. So I was pretty rusty, and so it kind of has taken me a little bit of time to get myself back together. Tower Cessna 6 Bravo Golf downwind, runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Yeah. VR streamers struggle for viewers. Not everybody can watch a VR stream, and that's part of the problem. I love VR so much that won't change me. So, alrighty. So we're towards the end of the runway. We're in the white arc. Pull the power back a little bit. Hold back on the yoke to get the airspeed to drop a little bit. 1 knot of flaps. I stream basically a couple of reasons. One is to kind of show off what is possible in a VR cockpit. I have pretty much every toy that I could have on a 2D screen in VR. Alrighty. So try to let's get this plane in the right direction. Only in training. I've never done it in a sim. Well, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. Give me a second. Let me get this landing done before I tell this story. First week I had VR, I had an engine out on takeoff, 1,000 feet above the ground. I made it back to the runway. I guess that would be an emergency. But it went well. It really went well. So, but after that experience, I never flew on a 2D screen again. I only flew in VR. It was that close to reality, you know, that I never went to a 2D screen again. Yeah. That had my attention. And actually it was this particular aircraft a while back, because it was when VR first started. Would have been 3 years ago now. Come on. Still coming in high. So you can see in the webcam how much I'm pulling back on that yoke. This yoke is a Fulcrum 1. You'll appreciate this. It's made in your country. It's made here in the UK. It's called a Fulcrum 1. The stroke on it is 8 inches back, 8 inches in, and it rotates 90 degrees. It is the best yoke I have ever used in a sim. I had to wait for, wow, 9 months, I think, from the time I basically made the choice when the honeycomb come out. I seen the honeycomb at Flight Sim Expo and went, man, that's a really nice yoke. And cool. So I seen the honeycomb yoke. Full power back to 2000. But then shortly after that, there was a Flight Sim conference at Cosford, and they were demonstrating this yoke, and I looked at it and I went, wow, that is nice. And so I had already had a nice set of, I had the MFG crosswind rudder pedals, so I already had a really nice set of rudder pedals. So I said, oh, that'll go great with it. So I contacted the developer, and this was right before COVID, right when COVID had just started and was getting bad, and so the company that was going to make the electronics for the yoke, that's not a 6 Bravo Golf downwind runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Relative, yeah, this was $500. So basically 2.5 hours in a real airplane is what the yoke costs. That's how I like to judge things. Alrighty, back a little bit on the power. I judge sim equipment on how many hours it is in a real airplane. It gives you a better perspective. Because flying in a real airplane is really expensive. But I fully understand, not everybody can afford. So that's fine. I just know the difference it makes in flying an airplane. Okay. They're about 45 degrees, so gonna make a turn here. One more notch of flaps. A little too steep on the turn. Yep. Yeah, the rudder pedals were about 350, maybe 400. Trying to get my plane a little better pointed down here. Trying to do a better approach. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf turning final runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved.
She ain't gonna give that up.
Know when you are ready for taxi.
I'm certainly done with taxi. Yes, I do. Same name. Sparker in VR, it's the same name. So what I do generally is, if I can slip this. I'm gonna figure out how to do that. Ooh, that worked. Almost too good. Wow. I can't believe how much elevation I lost. Holy crap. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. First time I've done a slip and it actually worked. All of a sudden I went, oh my goodness. I probably dropped 500 feet like really, really quickly. Sorry. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. If a stream is worth it, I basically will make it a highlight here on Twitch, and then I save that VOD, and then I put it over on the. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh, this is just awesome. Mongolia Lunar, thank you for the follow. I'll take that. I'll take that video and then I'll put it up on YouTube. So yeah, my background is I'm a retired plant electrician, so I'm kind of a. So besides being a former student pilot, I'm also a programmer. So at Welch's, I used to do PLC programming, and so I've programmed all my life. Rephrase that. Since probably 1985, I programmed. So, and I'm 70 now. So I have written plugins for X-Plane. That's kind of when I quit flying for real, I started writing plugins for X-Plane, and so I have that skill set also. And but I have to admit, I enjoy doing this way more than I do writing code. This is so much more fun. We'll try it again. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
The funny part about this, she isn't yelling at me. And I mean, unless I'm on like the wrong, no, I'm sure I'm on the right frequency. Okay. Let's do something about right this time. Let's get back to here. Hold up on the yoke. Alrighty. I'm a little bit wide. I can see it. That'll be okay. So when I was working as an electrician, like I said, I programmed PLCs, so programmable logic controllers. The basically it's like a numerical computer. So if you think about like switches is a good example. So if you think you have a switch, you turn a switch on, and then when you turn that switch on, you did something. In other words, you basically, when I turn this switch on, I made a motor start. That's what PLCs do. They basically give you that kind of capability. Now, at work, we took that to a whole new level. So, not just turning a motor on, but how about when you actually tell that motor to run, let's tell it how fast to run. So we would use, they're called inverters. So basically you could control the speed. All the motors were all 480 AC motors. So you could control how fast that motor run. So at Welch's, you had a lot of conveyors that run all the bottles and stuff to the fillers, to the labelers, to the packers, all that stuff. So you had all these conveyors, and you could basically control the speed of it. Trying to do this a little better. Looking way better. So what you would do is you'd have sensors on the lines, and the sensors would sense how full the conveyor was. So as the conveyor got fuller, you would slow the conveyor down so that you didn't make a lot of noise. Yeah, you do have a clue. Easy, easy. There we go. We got enough. Up we go. So that was part of our the electrician's job. We only had like a handful of engineers. So the electricians basically were. I always called myself a PLC technician, not really an engineer. Just I didn't have that kind of education behind me that I would call myself that. But a technician, absolutely. So, but that's what we would do, and they would allow you to like actually do that, to actually change the program, make improvements. You could do that on a daily basis, and not only were you allowed, but you were almost expected to do that. So. Alrighty, pull the power back to 2000 here. Try to get to plane level. So you want the plane level at around 80 knots. So. Turn on downwind. Need to find out what's wrong with her. Because normally I could do a downwind call, and she'll tell me I have to call for final, and then after I make the downwind call, I normally tell her that I want to do a touch and go. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf requests touch and go, runway 21.
Aircraft calling tower, say again with your call sign.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf requests touch and go, runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Oh my god. Hilarious. 134. Yep. I'm on the right frequency. I was thinking, hey, no problem at all. No problem at all. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I was thinking I was on the wrong frequency. That was the problem. I'm not. I'm on the exact right frequency. But something ain't right. Alrighty, we'll pull back the power to about 1800 here. One notch of flaps. Okay, turn on base. Notch of flaps. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, turning final, runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Last notch of flaps. Oh, this looks way better. Yes, it is. Thank you for the follow. Oh. Let me think a minute. I've been streaming X-Plane VR for, let me think, probably almost a year and a half. I've been flying X-Plane VR for over 3 years. So, thank you so much for showing up. We're just doing some pattern work here with at Cranfield Airport in the UK, and I normally use Pilot's EGTC, but she ain't cooperating with me today, so I'm kind of doing it by myself. So, whoop, full power back here, 2000. Get plane straight. A lot of people have a hard time watching VR, just because. Let me try to explain the problem. Wherever I move my head, that's where the user of a stream is going to see, and that is disconcerting to a lot of people, and I understand that. So I try my best to not do that excessively, but it's kind of, if you're flying an airplane, especially doing what I'm doing, you're doing patterns. So you're going round and round and round this airport. You're looking at a lot of things. So that's hard to reduce that as much as you can, but I try. So, and I don't know a way to make that part better. But alrighty, we'll see if she talks to me. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved.
She's
Let
like,
us know when you are ready for taxi.
she thinks I'm still on the ground. It's hilarious. I don't know why. It's the first time I've had this experience with Pilot EGTC. Alrighty, we're beam the numbers. So pull the power back a little bit, maybe 1800. 1 notch of flaps. Try to get the plane to descend here. Because I'm 1,000 feet above the ground, and I've got to get rid of that. Oh, I'm about 45 degrees from the runway, and so I'm going to turn on my base light here. 1 more notch of flaps. I'm a little bit fast. I should be around 70. It's coming back. Okay. I also stream VR and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Personally, X-Plane is easier by far. A couple of reasons. One is that Microsoft Flight Simulator currently does not have VR controller support. So my controllers here can basically interact with this whole cockpit. That is something that Microsoft Flight Simulator currently doesn't have. They're working on it, but they don't have it yet. And if you're a VR user that has used touch controls ever since basically you've used VR, that's a pretty big disappointment. So so that's kind of it is what it is. So it's much more enjoyable. It's not really work in Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's a wrong term, but it's not as easy. So like right now, I'm feathering the power out with my touch controller, but my my yoke and my pedals, those are hardware. I have an MFG Crosswind pedals, and I have a Fulcrum 1 yoke. So I use hardware for those two things, and I use VR controller to basically interact with the cockpit. First time I looked at that, it seems kind of smooth, but it's hard to say. Yeah, that ain't bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I just added my webcam. Oh, I don't know. I didn't stream for about a month before this. I streamed yesterday, and a month before that I streamed. But I had added no problem. Oh, okay. But I had added a webcam, because what I'm trying to, a couple of things is with the webcam to kind of show like how go back to 2000, how I interact with the yoke, how I interact with the cockpit, that I've tried to set the webcam up that you could actually see that. It's kind of small, but that's kind of intentional. I just want that as information, not as the main event. And so that's why I've done what I've done. But I focused it on basically on the yoke and knee, so that you can no, this is my hobby. And the fact that I'm retired, it allows me to kind of do this at my my own leisure. So Cessna 6 Bravo Golf downwind, runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you
Oops,
are ready
sorry.
for taxi.
my bot was angry. I see. It's just my bot. I don't know. I just set it up as default. I don't know. I'll have to take a look at it. That's the first time I've seen this too. I'm sorry. Oh crap. Okay. yeah. I think so too. All right, back to 1800. 1 notch of flaps. That's a little ridiculous. I'll have to look. I'll have to look at my bot. Like I said, it's set up as a default, so I didn't I didn't spend a lot of time like worried about that, so. Or didn't know I had to, I think. This is the first time I've seen this, so it's kind of like, oh crap. Alrighty. Yeah, so the great thing about VR is just like in real life, I can like look and kind of go like, okay, there's the runway. Yeah, I have a really basic one, but I don't spend a lot of time on it. I just don't. Oops. One more nudge of flaps. It's I don't have it right with me. Trying to think if it's. I don't think it's connected to one of my pages. I don't think it's connected to my Twitch or. No, I don't think it is. Give me a minute. It's a really, really, really old web page. I had it before I kind of when I was just programming and I wasn't streaming, so. And I don't have the time, seriously. Or let me rephrase that. I don't feel like taking the time for a web page. Having my YouTube channels and Twitch pretty good. I'm happy with that. Alrighty, that was pretty good. No, don't have that either. I kind of hang out on other people's, but I don't have my own. No. Funny story. Flight Sim Expo. Not this year, not last year, the year before that. Okay, all right, sounds good. When I went to the last Flight Sim Expo they had, I didn't even know what, quite frankly, I didn't know what streaming was. I didn't know what Twitch was. I didn't know what Discord was. I did not know. I was online, but I guess, in my own little cocoon, and I just didn't know what that was. So I'm sitting at this big round table, maybe 10, 12, maybe 15 people at this table, and a guy across the table from me, I'm talking, and he back to 2000. He looks right at me and he goes, "Are you Sparker?" Because on explain.org I go by Sparker. That's my name and my handle. And I says, "Yes, I am." He says, "Do you know how many people you've helped on explain.org?" And I says, "I'm sure it's a lot." And so what I didn't know at the time is who this guy was. And the guy, yeah, quite, yes. The guy that was sitting across the table from me is somebody I didn't know at the time. It was John Fly from on Twitch, and I didn't know who John Fly was, and so I learned who he was, and he's probably the reason why 6 months after that I decided I was going to go on Twitch. So that's when I started on Twitch, was 6 months after that encounter, and since I fly VR, and I looked and I went, there is hardly any VR Twitch streamers. I found out why, because it's difficult to do. And but I went ahead and decided that's what I wanted to do, and I've been doing it ever since. So with, I won't say good regularity, but I'm trying to be as regular as possible. Alrighty, there's the threshold. Go back here. pull up on the yoke a little bit. We'll lose just a little bit of airspeed. There we go. 1 knot of flaps. Yeah, I've been on that website on xplane.org for, wow. A long time. Over 10 years. Over 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, and I, like, know, like, personally know the developers of X-Plane, so, you know, so, I mean, yeah. So they know who I am, and, so that's kind of cool, too. 1 more knot to flaps. So I personally cannot wait until I get a chance to stream, X-Plane Next Generation. That will be fun. So, but don't know when that's going to come. I know Austin, the basically the creator of X-Plane, he basically said that he wants a beta for Flight Sim Expo in September. He wants a beta ready. So it's coming soon. It'll be fun. Yeah. I and my my content is not mainstream, no doubt, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So. But the point is, and I think it's really important, and I'm not sure it's true for all Twitch streamers, you have to kind of enjoy what you do. And the people that come and watch, I look at it as just a bonus, you know? It's not what I stream for. I stream what I enjoy, and so that's kind of how I look at it. So. This yoke, it allows you to do things like what I just did. So I basically was watching, and you just very slowly pull back. Oh, not too much. Just release, not release it, not shove it forward, but just relieve the pressure, and then a little bit more, and so I mean it allows you. I mean, so I landed 117 negative 117 feet per minute. So that's a pretty soft landing. So, but the amount of resolution that the yoke has, it absolutely allows you to do that. So. Yeah, just wasn't sure. You know, when they said they were going to bring Microsoft Flight Simulator to Xbox, it was kind of like, man, the Xbox is kind of it's a limited resource console. So it's kind of like, are you going to hurt the, you know, the PC experience? And it appeared like they did that a little bit, not necessarily a lot with the last update, but the amount of people that would bring in, it's got to be tremendous. So. Pull up a little bit on my yoke here. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 21.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.
Sometimes if you keep hammering at her, she'll like relent, but not today. Oh, not today. We got her. Okay. Alrighty. So I'll pull back a little bit. Hold up on the yoke a little bit. 1 notch of flaps. Whoops, 1 notch. Not too. Oh, down, Bill. Yeah, and the Cessnas, because they're a fixed pitch prop, depending on whether you're climbing or descending, you may adjust your throttle for one position, and then you look down and you're like 100 RPM off. Let me go ahead and turn here. Just because the wind is basically turning your prop to some extent. So 1 more notch of flaps. Yeah, it sounds like at Flight Sim Expo, the X-Plane team is going to be, they're going to bring, I don't know if all of them are going to come, but it sounds like they're going to bring a lot of people to that expo. So that's going to be, it's going to be so much fun to be able to interact with the guys that actually create it. So that'll be that'll just be so much fun. Yeah, so when we were in London, we did a day trip out to Stonehenge. So that was an experience. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a full stop landing next time. Want to see. I've been at this for about an hour and a half. Maybe one more touch and go and then a full stop. There's a couple of things I'm testing here. Is my Vive Pro 2 is that a resolution of it is 2448 by 2448. So it is a high-res headset, and it demands a pretty beefy computer to run it. Well, because those screens are so big, and it gets quite warm. So it gets quite warm, and it's a bit, because of the screens, it's a bit front heavy. So I've done a couple of things to try to alleviate that. So I'm using a mod called it's from Studio Forum. So it's kind of a balancer. So it's so it's like a balancer. So basically, it has like some weights on my back, on the back of my headset. So it basically balances that the weight of the weight of those screens. And the other thing is because it gets warm, the natural cooling of it doesn't tend to work so well. So right up here on right here, I have a little 40 millimeter fan that is exhausting.
Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is Cranfield Tower on 134.9 or 2, please repeat your request. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is Tower, go ahead. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf, this is Tower, go ahead. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi. Cessna 6 Bravo Golf departure on runway 2 is approved. Let us know when you are ready for taxi.